Welcome. I'm Ali Benjamin, and I am the spiritual director at Satya Center for Conscious Living in Ogden, Utah. And we are all about inspiring minds, transforming hearts and lives, and bringing a sense of oneness and wholeness and peacefulness, kindness, caring, love into the world. And so every Sunday, you can join us here as we expand the message of truth and wholeness and share it with the world. And so happy Sunday wherever you are. And I'd love to hear from you. If you're watching this live, you can comment here on Facebook. If you are watching this as a replay, maybe on YouTube or on Facebook or Instagram, welcome. I love you. I'm cheering you on right where you are. And today I have some beautiful downloads that I want to share with you today that have supported me on my quest, on my spiritual journey and awakening, and I trust it does the same for you. So many of you know that I am working through the alphabet and choosing words every week that I transform into a message that I share on Sundays at 9 a.m. Pacific time here on Facebook. And my word for today, the letter's Q, and my word is quest. And I want to talk about what it means to be on a quest. You know, we know what that might mean on the outside. We go on a journey, we maybe make some plans, we take an adventure. A quest usually denotes something new, a new adventure maybe a vacation or travel, or maybe a vision quest. Maybe you go out onto the land by yourself and just sit and discover yourself. There are many ways we can look at the word quest and take a journey, a physical journey. And what I want to do is share some key insights, some spiritual principles to help us, whether we're going on a physical journey or whether we're going on an inner journey. And we're typically doing the same thing at the same time. We're going on an outer journey, but there's also an inner experience that we're having as we venture out into the world or we venture into our interior landscape. And so quest is a search for something that is difficult to find or an attempt to achieve something difficult. So last year I went on a quest. I flew over to Portugal and I hit the Camino and I headed for Santiago. And this is a journey, a pilgrimage that is done by many. And it is typically a quest or a journey, a pilgrimage, a trek, hundreds of miles that gives you an opportunity to be with yourself. And I went with a particular purpose and mission, and that was to discover what is true for me. What is my truth? And what is really true? And who am I beyond the roles I play, the personality that I've developed over the years? I just turned 60, and so it was the perfect time, in my mind anyway, to do some inner exploration whilst I pushed myself physically to experience something new and get out of my comfort zone. And that's what a quest does. It gets us out of our comfort zone. It can take us down new pathways. It can introduce us to new people and new places that can be experienced and expand our self-awareness, expand our intellect, and expand us physically, as it took me a lot of physical strength and effort to do that. And it really pushed me mentally, physically, and emotionally. And through that quest, through that journey, as I started in Portugal in Porto, and I walked all the way up to Santiago in Spain to the cathedral there, it really pushed me, and it really helped me on my path of grief. I had lost my son, and I was learning how to really sit with the depth of that loss and my feelings about it. And I realized many, many things along the way. And so taking a quest, taking a pilgrimage, taking a physical journey can really help us to process things that we're unable to completely when we're in the thick of our lives, when we're in our regular daily routine, our job, our family, all of the things that we do that create our daily activities. We're not always able to access the space or the quietness that can be there when we're doing a long hike or taking some journey, maybe a vision quest, going out onto the land and just being by yourself. So taking this outer journey really led me to find some answers to help me with how to cope with myself. Turning 60, a new decade, a new chapter of my life, learning how to deal with the aging body and the it seems as though a lot of our loved ones, my mother-in-law passed away, my father-in-law passed away, my stepfather passed away. There was a lot of loss in our family, and this is what typically happens at this stage of our lives in our 60s and 50s and 60s. We start, people that we love and we hold dear to us, our parents, our grandparents, can start leaving, and it can leave a hole. It can have us question ourselves and our own mortality and what's important to us. And so this is what I want to share with you today. Some of my insights, some of the things that became important, some deep realizations that I had along the way that I thought sharing with you will help you, whatever you're going through. And maybe you're in your 20s, and maybe these things that are up for me in my life at my age aren't relevant to you, but they will be at some time. And maybe they are because your parent, your grandparents, or friends are going through things such as I have been going through. And so whatever age you are, I believe that these things will help you right where you are, as not only you journey through life and take adventures, but you just sit with yourself in the quiet moments and take an inner quest. That's really what meditation is about. If you have a meditative practice, you spend time every day in the silence of your own presence, and you have a conversation with the universe, a quiet conversation where you're not doing any talking, you're just doing all the listening, and then you hear God, or you hear the universe, or you hear divinity, or you hear the now moment speak to you. The universe is always whispering. It's always offering some insights, some guidance, or maybe you think of it in terms of your higher self. So when you have a meditative practice, you sit in the silence, you take that inner quest, and you begin to listen, and you begin to question sometimes. As thoughts come up from our ego mind, from our intellect, we start to look at those questions and feel into those questions, those thoughts, and question them. We have queries, and we start to maybe ask, what is this true? Because many thoughts come up in our daily life, especially when we're in meditation and we're trying to be quiet, and it seems like in meditation it's the perfect time for that part of us to bring up all kinds of ideas and thoughts, and meditation is really about allowing those thoughts to come and go without giving them too much attention. But you can also have a practice of contemplation where you allow those thoughts to come and you sit with them for a moment and you can query them. Is this true? Is this thought that keeps creeping into my mind, is it true that there's not enough time, or I'm getting too old, or I'm not old enough, or I don't have the skills that I need to have the life that I want? Maybe I'm not worthy of it. Maybe these thoughts, these ideas, these things that arise in our awareness, this self-doubts, these uncertainties, we can take a moment to query them, to question them. Is this true? Who am I as I'm turning 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90? Who am I now? Because we're always becoming more. I'm not the same person I was when I was turning 20. I've had a lot more life experience. I've had a lot more losses, a lot more time to identify what's really important in life. And so we're always entering into a new phase, a new chapter, a new day. And we always have an opportunity to go down this path, this quest of becoming, this evolutionary edge that we're always finding ourselves at every new day, every new morning. We're always right there with an opportunity to sit with ourselves and ask ourselves, is this true, this thought, this idea, this doubt, this fear, this uncertainty, this joy? Is it true? Is it real? What does it mean for me? And as we go deeper and we don't just sort of live on the surface, but we give ourselves 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour to go a little deeper, do a little contemplation, do a little inquiry, query, question, examine the thoughts, decide for ourselves, is the old me the person I was yesterday? The roles I played, the way I showed up in particular relationships, is it still working? And we sit in that question. Is it still working? Is this still for me? Is this the person I want to be moving forward? Is this way of reacting and interaction, is this helping me? Is this supporting me? Is this actually moving me in the direction that I'm headed? So we get to question. So as usual, I've picked a word, and the word's quest. And the first letter of that is Q. So we query, we question, we ask ourselves these questions, and then we do the most important part, which is listen. We listen to the queries that we are exploring. We develop a way of sitting and being mindful, and that leads to the next letter in the word quest, which is U. And so unwavering. We have unwavering focus on this inner quest. We have unwavering commitment to our own vision of who we want to be and how we want to be. And so through this first this questioning, this querying, we begin to look at our vision and question who we're becoming and what's most important to us and how we want to live our life and what we want our life to be a year from now, 2 years, 10 years from now. How do we want to move through the world? And we start to envision and we start to build an idea of how we want our life to look and who we want to be within that life. And we begin to develop an unwavering commitment to ourselves and who we're becoming and who we want to be as our very best and most authentic self. And there's an unwaveringness, there's a particular focusing in on ourselves, because maybe over the last few years, if you're in your 30s and 40s, you could be a parent. And maybe your focus has been primarily on those in your life that you've been tending to or caring for, or work that you've been doing. And you've been more focused on those around you and the body of work that you've dedicated your time and energy and attention to. Well, maybe this next phase of your life, it's worth focusing on you and your dreams and what you're more interested in now that you're the next age, whatever that is, your 30s, your 40s and 50s and 60s or 70s, and who you want to be moving forward. And you start to clarify, what do I want to give my unwavering attention to? What do I want to give my unwavering determination? This sense of being fully committed to yourself, fully committed and determined to manifest what is most important to you, because each of us are manifestors of our own life. And so once we wake up to this reality, once we have a realization that it's us, we get to focus our energy and our attention and become masterful manifestors of the experience we want to be, meaning our personality that we create, the experience we want to be, and the experience we want to have. And there's particular ways that we can think, and particular things, activities, actions, habits that we want to develop and adopt and execute that will move us in the direction of who we're becoming and what we're manifesting. And so there's a particular unwavering attention, determination, commitment that we have to becoming who we truly want to be. And so unwavering mindfulness in the moment, staying focused in the moment, and when those thoughts of doubt and uncertainty creep in, we just allow them to come and go. Maybe we question their authenticity or their truth, and then we move forward with unwavering determination and commitment to our own journey, to our own evolution, to our own experience of being a presence of love on this planet. And so we have this unwavering commitment to being love's presence, and then we move into the E. So we got Q, query, U, unwavering, E, enthusiasm. It takes enthusiasm. And I'm not talking about being so enthusiastic that people are like, oh, slow down. We're enthusiastic inside ourselves. And yes, if you're an extrovert, you probably are enthusiastic in the outside too. But there's a particular enthusiasm we have for what we're creating. Enthusiasm, this strong sense of excitement and interest in our own vision and our own dreams and goals and activities, and this eagerness, eagerness that comes when we are so engaged in our vision, so engaged in our quest, this eagerness to pour forth our time, our talent, our energies into that what we're becoming, and that we're experiencing, and that we're manifesting and creating. And then the next letter is S, Q-U-E-S, and it's surrender. We surrender. We not only take charge, but we also sit back a bit, and we surrender and allow the universe's divine timing, divine order, and divine right action, and the divine intelligence that's always there. We have intelligence, but we also have access to divine intelligence, the divine mind. So we don't have to just feel like we're doing this alone. We can surrender and feel the full support of the universe. It has our back, and when we're clear on our vision, when we know who we want to be moving forward, that we're on our quest, we're unwavering, we're enthusiastic, then we surrender and we allow the universe to support us in divine timing, divine unfoldment. We know that we've done our work. We've identified our vision. We've identified who we want to be. We've allowed all of our doubts and fears to be banished, just to come in to help us stay safe and on track. But then we let those doubts and fears go because we've arrived back in the moment where there's only love, when there's only power, where there's only creativity in service of who we're becoming. And we surrender to that and we let it play out. And we trust that when things don't show up as exactly how our ego wanted them to, we just surrender and say, the universe has a divine right timing that is unfolding perfectly in my life. That I am completely committed and surrendered to this divine intelligence that is within me, that knows exactly what to do, exactly what to think. And I surrender that. I let go of the ego mind trying to control everything, and I surrender and just let the divine intelligence that's within me lead the way. I listen, I tune in, and I let go and I surrender. And then the last letter is T, and I've chosen the word trust. Only you know who you are and where you are and why you're doing what you're doing. Only you have this blueprint, this divine blueprint. It's unique to you. It's unique to me. We all have one. And only you know what that is for you. You're here on this planet to be you. And you can trust that. You can trust that, given some time and support and given some time in meditation and visioning, that you will establish a particular trust in what wants to emerge in terms of your life through you. You can trust yourself that you have the discernment within you to know what's yours and what's not, what direction to go in and what direction to avoid. Who's the people in your life? Who are the people in your life that you can trust? Who are those that have a tendency to bring you down and distract you from being and becoming who you're here to be and become? And you develop this self-trust, this discernment, and you also trust when to ask for help, because you're not in it alone. You've got friends, you've got family, you've got community that you can outreach to, that you can lean on, that you can share your ideas and your vision and who you're becoming. Not with everyone, but with those few that absolutely support you right where you are. So develop trust in your ability to know what's for you and know what's not, for your ability to discern those things that are going to move you in the direction of your vision, and the trust that you'll know who and what to ask for help when it's appropriate. So peace and blessings to you right where you are. I trust this quest has supported you, that you completely take time to question and query, that you have unwavering focus, attention, determination, mindfulness, and love on your vision quest, that you've got enthusiasm, that you love what you're doing. There's an eagerness, a curiosity about who you are and what you're becoming. And you surrender and trust the universe. It always has your back. And most importantly, you trust yourself, because you have the answers. You know what's best for you. Only you do. Trust that. So, thank you for being here today. I love you. If you need support, we've got a team of practitioners that would love to help you. Just go to satyalive.org or find us on Facebook, find us on Instagram, YouTube. We've got lots of resources, and we've got people that want to support you, prayer partners. And so let's just trust and know that wherever you are, let's do a prayer. Wherever you are, there's only one. There's only one life, the one power, the one presence, the one absolute eternal love that is God, that is life. And each of us are centered in this one. And in this realization, we know that whatever it is we're focused on right now expands as we give it love and time and energy and attention. We allow and call upon the creative life force energy to flow through us with plenty and abundance and joy and everything that we need, and everything that is important is showing up in divine right timing, divine right order right now, that we are completely supported right where we are. We trust, we let go, and we surrender and know that everything is unfolding for us, that we respond to life with love and intelligence and wisdom and wholehearted support of everything and everyone that is important to us. So let us send a blessing out to everyone and everything, all sentient life, knowing that we are all supported, that we are all loved, and that all is unfolding with ease and grace. Oh, it is so blessings. It is so full, this thing called life. And as we just embrace it, we feel life's blessings, we extend life's blessings. We just let it go and say, thank you, God. Thank you. Peace and blessings to you all. Namaste. Bye-bye. See you next week. Oh, and don't forget to join me and my sister Sam for Growing Edge Live tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Mountain Time at New Thought Media Network as we share our sister's message on Growing Edge Live with Ali. Mwah. Peace and blessings. Bye-bye.